hop to the next level. That's my word.
HittingHardRadio.com.
Yeah. Sure you tune in to the morning shift with Zaire every morning, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. here exclusively on HittingHardRadio.com.
Yeah, y'all still clocked in. HittingHardRadio.com, the morning shift MKE. And it's that time, man, as promised, man. I got my man's in studio. Let's get him on camera for y'all. It's just gonna be him on camera today, y'all. Y'all is tired of looking at me. Go show y'all somebody else. But I got my man DIANTE Harris in the building, man, and he come to us as he does every year, man, to talk about the walk for autism. How you doing this morning? Well, it's afternoon now. It's afternoon lunch, after lunch hour.
Man, I'm doing all right, man. Yourself?
That's what's up, man. I'm good. Now you made I noticed from the flyer. Let me pull that up too. I noticed from the flyer that there is some new information.
And location change.
And location. So we definitely want to dive right in on that, man. I know you pressed for time. So let's dive right in. Talk to us about the new location and the new information.
I wanted to do something different. Just, this will be my 6th year doing this.
Okay.
So, we've been downtown, downtown South Side area, which is kind of difficult for parking and as far as navigating the route and all that. So I said, let's change it up. So actually, we'll be leaving from my school, the school that I work at.
Okay.
So I work at Milwaukee School of Languages, 84th and Burleigh. Enter in from the back parking lot, so you can park on 84th and Hour.
Okay.
So come to the back through the Milwaukee Rec entrance, and then we'll walk. We'll start at 10, 9:50. We'll start with prayer, meditation, and then we'll walk from 84th and Hour to 69th and Vienna.
Okay.
Which is literally over like 1.5 miles.
Okay.
So
now, is there something significant with this route? To where I know the starting point is a school you work with, and create a better situation for the parking. But the destination where you're going to, what's there? That's a park, like you say. The walk is from the school to 69th and
which is Deneen Park.
Deneen Park, okay. And it's just because that's the local park, or do the park hold any significance?
No significance. Just the route. Just trying to navigate, see what's over here that we could walk around. So that's the the nearest location where we can end the route at. So
okay.
And I think more people will come because it's not downtown. They have to worry about finding parking. Our school has a full lot, so people can find adequate parking.
Right, definitely, man, definitely. Now this is what year?
I want to say 6. I think I started. Maybe I know I started during COVID.
COVID, okay. During COVID, what was COVID? I don't even remember. It done came and gone and still lingering a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah. And just get the people. Just backtrack a little bit. Get the people a little history of why you started these walks and what how autism has affected your family.
I started this walk maybe 6 years ago. Because during COVID, there really wasn't a lot of activities out here related to autism. So I said I wanted to do something for people that are autistic or know somebody that's autistic or somebody of a friend. I have a son, 15-year-old son who has autism. So, I started this for people like him and his friends and things like that. As I stated yesterday, I was on Earl Stokes' show yesterday.
I saw that reel.
As I stated that, I'm not doing this to be, seen. I'm not doing it for money, anything like that. That's why it's always free. It's just making our community aware of what's going on as far as autism. I think autistic kids are often left by the wayside. Nobody thinks about them or thinks they're special, And I don't look at autism as being a disability, but taking this out and putting ability. They have the ability to do the things that we do. They just do it in a different way that we might not understand.
Right.
So, it's free. It's open to the community. It also helped bring awareness, information, knowledge.
Right. Now, being we 6 years in, you got a new location. Will there be more activity? Like, will there be resource tables there for folks who want something, or is we growing to that point?
Maybe not this year, but next year I'm looking at, starting a nonprofit, for autism for parents who need help, resources, tools, equipment, doing like more like a festival, like an autism festival where we can have rides, sensory rides and things like that to cater to the autistic families.
That's dope. I never thought about that, especially for the children with sensory issues.
But what's so weird about the sensory issues is they don't like loud noise, but if they make loud noise, it's okay. As long as you're not making the noise, they okay with it.
Hey, they kind of own this something there.
And then with autism, a lot of people see my son like, oh, your child autistic? I said, yeah, he don't act like it. Because he's, first of all, there's on the spectrum, you have low function kids and then you high function kids. So, my son is high functioning, but what sucks about that, because he's high functioning, there's a lot of resources that he don't qualify for. And then if you have children that are low functioning, then there's all types of, resources out there.
Right, I never knew that.
So there's some of the programs that we apply for that they denied him because he was too high functioning. So, I want to be that bridge.
What is their excuse? Like, do they? I remember like they used to tell kids when I was little that had asthma, he'll grow out of it. Like, do they tell you that? Like, what's their excuse for not providing?
Really, just say, my son is a freshman in high school, but his fourth grade year, because he had an IEP, but because he reached all his goals, they took him out of special ed. And then I tried to get him back in special ed this year for high school because of the support. And then, he didn't qualify, but he has a 504 plan, so which gives him special accommodation, meaning if you need more time for homework, classroom work, test, if the work gets too hard and he needs a break, he could take a break, take a bathroom break, take a breather. So, but the staff in my school is really great with him, so he's doing really well in school right now. So,
that's what's up. That's what's up. Definitely what's up. Get the folks the location again.
Milwaukee School of Languages, 8400 West Burleigh. Enter in from the parking lot north on 84th and Hour.
All right.
And my number's on there, 338-5783. If you have any questions or can't find us, you can call me at my email, dmharris1985@yahoo.com. It's free. You don't have to register. Come on out and support this event, and we're going to walk, rain or shine or snow. We're going to walk. If you can go to the bar, to the club,
right,
when it rains or snow, you can go walk for autism.
Ain't that right? Y'all know.
Just saying.
Because we had, during the flood, what was that, back in August during the flood, man? We had a club full of folks. I'm talking about they was walking out to their vehicles barefooted with their Jordans in their hands. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all get out and be a part of that, man. You may know somebody in your family may be affected with autism. Or, man, you just sensitive to the cause itself. Go out, learn something, ask some questions, man. Talk with the other participants and volunteers. And, join this event, man, every year. Help spread the word and get the awareness out, man, especially in our community. Our children get overlooked
and neglected too.
So we need to stay focused, man. Make sure we aware and we learn and educated on these things and what it is and how to function with them. Because, at any given moment, this could be you. You know what I mean? This could be your child, your loved one, or your next door neighbor, and you don't wanna be desensitized to the situation. You know what I mean? You don't want to feel like I said, like they be some things they think, well, we'll just grow out of it, we'll get over it. No, it might be really something going on, man. Sometimes you just got to slow down, stop fussing, and get off the phone and pay attention to your child. Maybe they ain't just hollering and crying because they getting their hair done. It might be some more stuff going on with that. You know what I mean? Especially those kids that just, no matter what, they get out of control at the barber shop or the hairdresser.
And it's hard because, every case is different with kids. At first my child was nonverbal. Now he's verbal, but it's also you got to put the work into it. As far as I tell people, the earlier the better. You get them tested, the easier it's on you. They say if you wait after 3. Around 3 is the best time to get them tested. 2.5, 3 years old. But when you start going to 5, 6, 7, when it progresses, it's kind of hard to deal with that.
Right. And don't let your embarrassment or shame, man. It ain't something you did. It's not your fault. You know what I mean? So don't let that "not my child" thing take over you. You know what I mean?
Or the denial of, well, that's not my child. I'm not. Thank God I listened to my aunts. They saw something in him that wasn't right. I think you should get him tested for autism, and we did. And I don't expect the school to do everything. We as parents we are our kids' first teacher, so we got to do the work, put the work in, do our jobs first, and then help support the school in any way that I can. If he's behind in assignments or anything like that, tell the teacher, let me know when he gets behind one assignment. Don't wait till he's missing 4 or 5 assignments and say he's behind. I want to know. Once he starts slipping, I can help him. As a black parent raising a black son, I have to prepare him for the world. Dealing with cops or other people that may not see him for who he is or don't know that he's autistic. And
he that age now, man. Yeah. Like you say he's 15, so he that age where they running around and the police see him. And I was just talking to this young lady the other day, and she got a young son, and she was laughing like, I got a YN, and I'm like, but see, her son is a little bit different. He graduated Morehouse and things like that. So I'm like, no, you don't. You know what I mean? I'm like, you got a young man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going to label them right, because them two different things, if you go by definition of what's getting put out there. You know what I mean? And we got to get away from calling our children the things that they not. You know what I mean?
And one advice I can give to parents that have autistic kids is still discipline your child normal. Also, what helps develop your child is making sure that they hang around normal kids that's different from them. If you have a room full of autistic children hanging around each other, how do they learn to be different or to learn things if they're around their kind all the same time? I'm at a school, my daughter goes to a school where, they believe in inclusion, where they blend the kids in, regular ed kid or special ed kid. They need that time to know for social development, social skills, occupational therapy, speech. That helps them. Once my son started hanging around kids that were different from him, he started to see, oh, okay, it helped him, Now my son at that age, he's 15. Now he's been talking to this little girl now. So it's like, I ain't ready for that yet.
Oh, they done corrupted him.
I ain't ready for that yet. But I'm happy. But now there's a conversation I gotta have. I never had to have that conversation about sex because he wasn't interested in that. He was interested in video games and the NBA, sports. But now he got a little friend. So now it's time for me to put my big draws on and have that conversation with bro. Like, hey,
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, definitely. So once again, man, y'all make sure y'all come out this Saturday. Coming up, 10 a.m. And it ain't even gonna take much of your day. About 2 hours, man. 10 to 12.
And it might be less than that.
Might be less than that, man. Oh, come on through. Hey, come on through. You never know what might transpire at the event. So y'all show up and find out. You know what I mean? Give the people your information again, man, for the folks who out there looking for support, help, and understanding.
DIANTE, you can look me up on Facebook at DIANTE Harris, DIANTE. Telephone number is 338-5783. DM Harris 1985 at yahoo.com. Again, this Saturday at 10 o'clock. We'll meet up for prayer at 9:50. Enter from the parking lot on 84th for an hour, and then we're walking from MSL to Deneen Park, and Deneen Park back to MSL.
That's what's up. That's what y'all. Man, we appreciate you always coming through,
Thank
man.
you as usual,
clocking in with us, letting us know what's going on with the walks.
Most definitely.
Continue to do that. And man, y'all keep it locked. I'm gonna get you back to the music, man. We're gonna let him get back to his day. Hey, Y'all know what it is. HittingHardRadio.com, the morning shift, MKE.
This is HittingHardRadio.com.
Huh?